Welcome to Mizuno Ballpark to this game between the Papanui men and RKS. This is a special game today between these two teams, playing for the Tubby, Waine Memorial Challenge Cup. Hopefully later on today we'll have somebody to pop in to give a little bit of history of the significance of that cup. Leading off here for the RKS team, we have number 69, Matt Baxter. Nice lead strike there from Ben Watts on the pitching mound. I'll introduce the defensive lineup here for the ELE Papanui men. On the pitching mound we have Ben Watts, and behind the dish we have Nathan Watt. Over at first, Ant Stewart. At second base, Callum Muir. A nice foul ball there by Matt Baxter. Takes the count out to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Apologies there, I'll finish through in this lineup. So second base is Callum Muir. Over at third base, apologies, I've gone right off the list here. Another cut at that ball into the back net. Second base is Ryan Britt. Third base is Callum Muir. At shortstop we have Mitch Finney. Over at left field we have Callum Bishop. Centre field we have Josh Gladding. And at right field we have Jackson Watt. And Baxter puts this one into the ground. Called a foul from umpire Ricky Thompson. So count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. And another foul there by Matt Baxter. And ball on the outside low. Could have counted 2-2. Beautiful day here at Mizuno Ballpark. Quite a hot day out there. Be hot out on that dirt for these players. And great at bat here by lead-off hitter Matt Baxter for the RKS team. We've got full count on batter. He gets a hold of that one, just up the handle a little bit, taken nicely there by first baseman Ant Stewart. And that'll be the first out. Into batter's box now for the RKS Blinders. We have number 3, left fielder Jacob Neal. And strike on the outside of the plate. And we're lucky enough to have Marie Byrne here just to give a little bit of a lowdown on what these two teams are playing for today. And it was a high pop ball taken nicely there by Ant Stewart again for the second out. So I'll just introduce Marie to give a little bit of a history on this one.
So they're playing for the Tubby, Waine Memorial Challenge Cup. It's in honour of Brian Tubby Waine. He was Brian Waine, known as Tubby, a very much larger-than-life figure around the softball diamonds as a catcher. And he played for both the Papanui and the Richmond clubs. And so this trophy was instigated as a challenge trophy between the two clubs. It was started in 1999, and because Richmond Keas has been out of the Premier competition, it hasn't been played for since the 2010-11 season, so we're looking over 10 years ago. So Richmond Keas last won it, but Papanui will be looking to take it out, and they probably look a lot stronger because they've been in premiers for a few more years now. But it's really good that this trophy is back and being played for. As I said, Tubby Brian Waine was a larger-than-life figure, lived in Woolston, called himself the Mayor of Woolston, and was quite a character, worked on the inter-island ferries, and, as I said, catcher. And when catcher started wearing knee pads and chest protectors, he was somewhat scornful of it. He says, "Oh, you just need a mask." And one of Tubby's sayings was magic, simply magic. So Tubby will be absolutely sitting up there saying simply magic that this trophy's being played for again.
Thanks very much, Marie, for giving all that information. Always great to have the history on these trophies, and really exciting to be able to have this one played for again after such a long time out of the Premier grade here for RKS. So introducing the defensive lineup here for the Blinders. On a pitching mound we've got Panisia Sefo Harris. In behind the dish we've got Matt Baxter. Over at first base, Fetu BT. At second base we've got Finn Mounty. Third base, James Gapper. Shortstop, Levi BT. Over at left field, Jacob Neal. Centre field, Papa Mutu. And over at right field we've got Brandy Reihana. And leading off for the Papanui team we have Mitch Finney. This legal pitch pit called there. We've got 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and two. Officiating this match we have in behind the plate Ricky Thompson. Over on base we have Dave Beaumont. Full count on lead-off batter here for Mitch Finney. And pop this one up high. It looks like it could possibly tracked nicely there by shortstop BT to take that. That was a tough catch to take. It was up high right in between the left field and shortstop. Had to turn around, taking it with his back to the game. And into hit now for the Papanui team. We've got Josh Gladden. Nice lead pitch there by Seafood. Two strikes. And Gladden fouling that one back into the back net. Count remains 2 strikes. Although both these teams are very competitive week to week, just got a feeling there's something more in the air with this game. A little bit more significance for both teams.
here, man. Come on in. Come on, first play.
Two balls, two strikes.
Come on, buddy.
Come on, RKS.
Come on, man.
Come, Maddie.
He's better. Come on in. Good job, Faye.
And Gladding picking up the base on balls. So runner on 1-1 down and into the batter's box now for the ELE Papanui team. We've got number 46, Tai Barbarello. And it goes hard at that first pitch. Fouls it down first base line. And Gladding stealing down to second on that pitch that just got away from the catcher. Got 1-1 on Barbarello. He gets a hold of this one out to left field, tracked nicely out there, looks comfortable under it. Neil, and gets a nice throw in. And a beautiful throw there by Jacob Neil into third baseman to take the tag on Gladding to get the double and take us into the top of the second innings with no score on the board so far. We're in the top of the second innings into hit for the Blinders team. We've got number 24, James Gaffer. And big swing and a miss. I think it's right. And nice rise ball there by Watt to draw the swing. We've got 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice lead off hit in here by Gapper. A full count. And nicely held check swing on that. And Gapper makes his way down to first base on balls. And that brings into the Baz box now for the RKS Blinders. Number 2, Finn Mounty. And looking to go short, draw in the corners on that one and just going foul. Get one strike.
Come on, Finn.
And again round fronting to bunt, but not tempted at that one. We've got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Come on, Finn. That's spot, Richie.
And a nice pitch there to get the first out. And that brings into the batter's box now for the RKS Blinders, number 4, Papanui. Nice lead strike by Watts. One ball, 2 strikes. And nice pitch on the outside of the plate there by Ben Watts to get the second out at the plate. Leaving Gapper stranded over at first at the moment. And that brings into batter's box now for the RKS Blinders. Pitcher number 15, Panisio Sifo Harris. And ball down low. This RKS team is quite a young team, but Panisio is one of the players that probably do remember what this trophy is for. And Panisio high hop over to pitcher Ben Watts to make the play there to first and get the third out, and it'll take us into the bottom of the second innings with no score on the board yet between these two teams. Probably the And leading off here for the ELE Papanui team, we've got number 22, Jackson Watt. Just while we were waiting for that change of innings, I was having a discussion with Marie about who possibly will have played for this trophy before. And we think possibly the only two players would be Panesi and Callum Muir for the Papanui team, who will have played for this one before. And Watt high hops over to second baseman Finn Mounty to make the out at first and brings into the batter's box now the player I was just talking about, number 15, Callum Muir. Muir's having a strong season with the bat. Nice and consistent in that batter's box. And fouls that one back into the dirt to take the count out to 2 strikes. And good hustle there by Matt Baxter after that pitch went off wild into the dirt, but getting Muir before he could beat it out to first. So we have 2 outs. And now into the batter's box for the ELE Papanui team, we've got number 47, left fielder, Callum Bishop. I was going to go for that one, and it was coming quite and close to him ending up having to get out of the way of that one. But cool strike, as he was going for it. And ball on the outside of the plate. Callum Bishop, one of the three Papanui team. Nice change up there by Panesi. Fouled off by Bishop. One of the 3 players named in the Black Sox squad, training squad. And ball up high. But 2 and 2. Full count here on Bishop. And gets that one up the handle, taken nicely there by Beattie at shortstop for the 3rd out. Still no score in this game as we head into the top of the 3rd innings. Just starting to get a little bit of cloud going over that sun, which is probably a little bit of a relief for these players. It's pretty hot out. Definitely hot on that dirt. And heading into the top of this third innings and leading off for the RKS Blinders, we have Levi Beattie. Levi taking that last out of that last innings.
That's it.
At 1-1. Two balls, one strike. And tempted by that rise ball, Beattie taking it at the plate for the first out.
Come on, Brandy.
Into the batter's box now for the RKS Blinders. We've got number 9, Brandy Reihana. Nice movement on that pitch by Watt. Watts, sorry. Too many Watts and Watts in this team. Struggle to keep up with who's who. Two strikes. And tempted again by that rise ball to get to the third strike and the second out at the plate. And that takes us up to the top of the order for the RKS Blinders. Catcher, Matt Baxter. And gets a hold of this one, fielded nicely there by third baseman Callum Muir over to Ant Stewart first base to get the third out, and that'll take us into the bottom of the third inning. Still no score in this game, nice and tight game between the RKS Blinders and the ELE Papanui Tigers. And in the bottom of the third innings, in to have a hit for the ELE Papanui team, we have number 51, first baseman Ant Stewart. And nice lead pitch there by Nessie. And ball on the inside. 1-1. And fell tip on that one. Takes account to 1 ball 2 strikes. And not tempted on that rise ball. We've got 2 and 2. And that one's got a bit of snow on it, up high in the middle of no man's land. Called by centre fielder Papanui to take control of that situation with 3 players going in it hard at that one and get the first out. And into the batter's box now for the ELE Papanui team. We have number 17, second baseman, Jaden Britt. And ball down low, that one just getting hold of the catcher. Sound a little bit of sting on it.
Come on, ready? Come on, ready? Come on, ready, boy. Come on, man. Hey, Nick. Come on, Steven. Ready?
And a nice pitch on the inside there by Nessie to take the count to 1-1.
Hey, Nick, stop, ready? Come on, Ness. Come on, Ness.
2 balls 1 strike.
Hey, Nick. Good job, man. Ready? Right up there, pretty. Good shot, boy, ready? Hey, Nick, stop. Go, Jordan.
And Britt picking up the base on balls to get somebody out on base for the Papanui team and bring into the batter's box now. Catcher, number 10, Nathan Watt.
Peter, boys, it's counter here, eh? Come on, move! Come on, let's see! Come out! Come in. Come out. Good, Nasty. Come on, man! I need that. Come on, come on. Come on, Musa. Come on, Musa.
I'm looking to go short. Just off the ball on that one on the outside of the plate. Fielder has adjusted for this play. And nice pitch on the outside there, drawing the swing by Watt. Takes the count out to 1 ball 2 strikes. Seeing some great movement in the pitch by both pitchers here. And a beautiful cut into, it's a nice take there by centre fielder Papanui to take control of that situation again and cover a lot of distance to make that catch. It was a nice gap shot in most other games. And it stops the runner advancing over to 2 also. And into the batter's box now for the ELE Papanui team. Lead off hitter, Mitchell Finney. You can go hold of that one just slightly to the end of the bat. And a nice routine play there by Mountie over to Beattie at first, and to get the third out and take the pressure off their team with that runner out on base. We're heading into the top of the 4th inning. Still no score in this matchup between RKS Blinders and ELE Papanui. And we're back in the top of the 4th innings, starting in the batter's box for the RKS Blinders. We've got left fielder Jacob Neal. Gets a hold of that one, fouls it off over the back net. Nice and aggressive early on. Two balls, one strike. I'm just looking to do a surprise bunt. Get his way down to first. Takes the count out to 2-2. And Geard fouling the ball off down first base line. Count remains 2-2. Jake is one of the younger members in this Blinders team. He's doing a great job, showing a lot of patience in this batter's box, fouling off those good pitches and being nice and patient and leaving those balls. Got a full count. And on the high hops, foul ball again down first base line. This is a good battle between Watts and Neil. Probably more to the point, it's a good battle here between Neil and Nathan Watt behind the plate. Calling the pitch that he wants. And picking up the base on balls, Neil makes his way down to first base, winning that battle. And that brings into the batter's box now for the RKS Blinders, number 10, first baseman, Fitu Beattie. It's a hard swing at that first pitch.
Come on, Vinny. Come on, fit. Come fit. Come on, man.
Fetu, another one of the younger members in this team. And on the wild throw over to first base for the pick-off, Neil makes his way over to second. And timeout called there. We've got 1-1. Looking to put the bunt down and just pops it up, and taken nicely there by Nathan Watt behind the dish to get the first out. And that'll bring into the batter's box now for the RKS Blinders, number 24, James Gapper.
Watch it. Come on, man. Watch it.
And high hops this one down foul of third base line. Takes count to 1-1. And on a rise ball, Gapper takes a swing and misses to get the second out. So 2 down, runner on 2 into the batter's box now for the RKS Blinders. We've got number 2, Finn Mounty. Takes a strong swing on that first pitch, takes it out to 1 strike. Nice pitch down the inside of that plate. Take it out to 2 strikes. And a big swing and a miss. We'll get a third out at the plate. And we're heading into the bottom of the 4th innings. Still no score in this game between the RKS Blinders and ELE Papanui. So into the bottom of this fourth innings. Apologies, getting tongue-tied on it. Leading off for ELE Papanui, we've got number 12, centre fielder, Josh Gladding. Just while we're waiting for that changeover. Oh, nice hit. Just foul of third base line there for Gladding. Just while we're waiting for that changeover, I was having a discussion with Marie Byrne here about the two pitches. We have Panisi, the ex-Black Sox player, having played top softball with Black Sox World Series. And on the other side we have up-and-coming pitcher hoping to make the Black Sox team for the World Series in the squad. So Ben Watts is going to be doing all he can to be making that team. So we've got people at both ends of that spectrum. Apologies for the stream going down. Wind picked up and took out all our cords, but we're back up, and thank you very much to those from within the stands that gave me a hand to sort all that out. Still no score in this game between RKS Blinders and Papanui. A nice triple was hit and a runner left on 3, while this man that's in the batter's box right now took a beautiful catch in the outfield to prevent that runner going in. So that's Papamutu just picked up the base on balls for RKS. And that brings into the batter's box now for the RKS Blinders pitcher, Panisi. Two strikes. And puts this one down. And a beautiful. Video take 3 here of this match between RKS and ELE Papanui. And please bear with me, I'm trying to keep the stream up and running. Just hopefully nothing will happen this time and we'll keep the stream going. We are in the top of the 6 innings. We still have no score on the board between these two teams.
Come on, Brandy!
Start us off, Brandy.
Okay, leading off for the RKS blinders, we've got Brandy Reihana.
Come on, Brandy! Come on, Nat! Come on, Nat!
And on a swing, strike 2.
Come on, Nat! Give us a run, all right? Come on, Brandy! Good, that's you. Come on, Nat! 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 Come on, Brandy!
And Reihana going on the outside pitch, sending it over foul. We've got a count of 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Get someone, Brandy.
Stay right there. Come on, Nat.
Come on, Nat. Come on, Nat. Ready? Come on, Nat.
And nice pitch there to get the out of the plate. And that brings into the batter's box now for the RKS blinders. Lead off hitter, catcher, Matt Baxter. Nice lead strike for Watts.
Come on, Matty.
2 strikes.
Come on, Matt. Honey, let's go.
Come on, Matty. You got get out. You better go. Good, Matty. Good boy, Matty.
Come on, Matt.
Come on, Matt. Come on, Matty. 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 Good, Matty. Good boy.
Good batting in here by Matt Baxter. We've got 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Come on, Matty. Come on, Matty. Come on, Matty. Come on, buddy, number. Come on, Matty. Come on, Matty. Come on, Matty. Come on, Matt. Come on, Matt.
We're fouling that one into the back net. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Like you can, Matt.
Come on, Matty. Come on, Benny. Come on, Matty. Hey, Matty, B. Be a leader. Be a leader, Matty, B. Be a leader, Matty, B. Watch it. Come on, Matty.
And on the outside the plate, we get the K. And we've got 2 down. And into the batter's box now for the RKS blinders. We've got number 3, Jacob Neal.
Come on, Jake. Come on, Jacob. See you up, man. Good. Come on, Benny. Come on, Free. Drive the ball. Up the middle, man.
Hi, Jake. Come on.
Watch him up.
Come on, Jake. Come on, Jake. Good, Jake.
That's not good. Come on, Jake. Come on, Jake.
Come Jake, pick me up.
And Neil gets a hold of this one. It's going to be in the gap of 8-9 and picks up the single. Just looking to get the score board up and running for everybody. Apologies that the stream has gone down twice. In the batter's box now for the RKS blinders, we've got Tubby. One strike.
Stay down and drive. Stay down and drive. Vic, come on. Good. Good way.
Two balls, two strikes. That's a big foul, high ball there into foul territory, taken nicely there by first baseman Callum Bishop for the third out. And we're heading into the bottom of the sixth innings with no score currently on the board between these two teams with this matchup for the Tubby Waine Memorial Challenge Cup. So heading into the bottom of the sixth innings, no score on the board. Into hit for the ELE Papanui team, we've got lead-off hitter number 11, Mitch Finney. One on one. And Finney sends a high hit out to left field, tracked nicely there by Jacob Neal to take the catch right on the fence for that one. Got one down and into the batter's box now for the ELE Papanui team. We've got number 12, centre fielder Josh Gladding. Gets a hold of that one, that sends it off foul. Takes account to one strike. It's been a real good pitching duel here between these two teams. 2 strikes.
Oh, yes.
And draws the swing on that rise ball to get the out. That takes it out to 2 outs. And that brings into the batter's box now for the ELE Papanui team, number 46, Tyrone Barbarillo. Really into the strength in the hitting line up here for the Papanui team. Those next few batters, really dangerous batters that seem to pull it out in this type of situation in the game, and just pushed down in front of himself there by Mountie to be able to regain that hard hit ball and get the out at 1. Regather, sorry, not regain. And we're heading into the top of the 7th innings. Currently no score on the board here in this battle between the RKS Blinders and ELE Papanui. Though we've had no changes on the pitching mound, we've had a few changes in the field for Papanui. Barbarillo is over at 3rd base. We've had Stewart move from 1st base over to 2nd, and we have Callum Bishop over at 1st base. And leading off for the RKS Blinders, we've got James Gapper. Big swing and a miss, takes account to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Come on, get!
And taking at the plate, we've got our first out. And that brings into the batter's box now for the RKS Blinders, number 2, Finn Mountie. Taking a big hack at that one, sending it back into the dirt. We've got 1 and 1. Nice hard fought battle here between these two teams. For those that were tuned in earlier, knowing that they're playing for a little bit more than just a round robin game. These two teams playing for the foul ball over the back net. These two teams are playing for the Tubby Waine Memorial Challenge Cup. This hasn't been fought after since the season of 2010-11, when RKS were last in the Premier grade. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So RKS having their first season in Premier since back in 2011. 10 years out of the grade. And a nice pitch on the outside there by Ben Watts to get for the Mountie at the plate, and they'll bring into the batter's box now for the RKS blinders. Papanui. 2 down. One ball, 2 strikes. He's had a great game out in centre field for his team. Taking some beautiful catches, covering a lot of space out there. And fouling that one back into the back net. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Watt's doing a great job in the innings to get all 3 outs. And it'll take us into the bottom of the 7th innings with this game. Currently no score on the board for either team. Papanui having one more crack at taking it out. There's number 4 in the batting lineup for the ELE Papanui team, with Jackson Watt, lead-off hitter here in the bottom of the 7th innings, with Callum Muir in the on-deck circle. And plays getting underway again. No changes for the RKS blinders. Nice lead strike there for Panisi. They'll be looking to shut out this Papanui team, take this into a tiebreaker. One ball, 2 strikes.
Get away here, too. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack. Move it. Put it. Look again. Oh, let go.
You feel the tension in the air here at Mizuno Ballpark. Both teams really desperately wanting to take this match out. And a ground ball to shortstop there by Jackson Watt. Charged in by BT to try and get the out, but Watt beats that throw. So we've got runners on 1. And into the batter's box now for the ELE Papanui team. We've got Callum Muir on deck circle. We've got Callum Bishop. Just going short. Advancing the player around to 2 there. Nice sacrifice by Muir. They only need the 1 run. So runner on 2. 1 down. Into the batter's box now for the ELE Papanui team. We have number 47, Callum Bishop. Blinders will be wanting to keep it nice and tight in here. Nice pitch on the outside of the plate. Take the count to 1 strike. Corners are up. And a big foul ball. And then just back over my head. Get a nice close up of catcher Baxter. Oh, 2 strikes. A lot more urgency in these players at the moment. What to play for in this. And Watt steals down to 3 with corners up. And nice calling there by Coach McElroy, taking advantage of placement of players. And Vanessa just taking his time to talk to his players, being the coach of the team also and being on the pitching mound. Nice and calm nature out there to talk to his players. And foul ball. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got a runner on 3. 1 out. And a beautiful hit there by Callum Bishop up the middle over the head of pitcher, and will score Jackson Watt and give the ELE Papanui men the game. It was a great battle there between Papanui and RKS, taking all the way down to the bottom of the 7th innings. Certainly both teams showed a lot of heart in that game. Congratulations to the ELE Papanui team for taking out the Tubby Waine Memorial Challenge Cup today here at Mizuno Ballpark. For those that are tuning into the next game, it's due to get underway at 3. I'm unsure what the time actually is right now. So +2. So we should be on time for this next game, which will be between the ELE Papanui men and the Hallswall Hornets. Thanks for tuning in. Apologies for the dropouts of the stream. And I hope you can join us for the next one.